And we are live. What is
Hey,
up?
everybody! What's up, Donna?
Oh my gosh, I am on like it's like a live tour tonight on Facebook.
I
And
know. I just saw you on another show right before us. Tell
and
us.
I'm on a show at 9:30 with Sean Morton.
Oh my God, she is everywhere. But she is here now. I'm Tracy.
I'm Donna.
And this is
Maggie.
And we are
Girls Gone Green. Look at Mags.
coming to you live from quarantine.
She's so cute.
Girls Gone Green.
Look at Maggie.
Maggie is with us, you know.
You know what I mean? 'Cause it's Girls Gone Green. Wait, how about
Very excited.
Jets were in camp this morning?
You what?
Training camp, Jets.
Oh,
Football season. It's getting closer.
Are you ready?
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
The key question is, are you ready?
I'm always ready.
Oh my God, this is going to be so good. Yeah, so camp started. Football's going to be happening. I put that up on our thing. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I said, Girls Gone Greeners, you better tune in. This is our last couple of radio shows because then we start football
season.
Are you ready
can't
for
wait.
football, Maggie B?
Yeah.
What's your prediction this year for football?
Nice.
Nice and loud. Tell them. What do you think?
Well, I think the Eagles are gonna win.
Eagles.
Eagles. You sure? You know, Maggie, I have to say, I heard a lot of people on the Eagles had COVID. Maybe you should come over and join me as a Jets fan this year. What do you think?
No.
As long as you don't join your brother Isaac and become a Steelers fan, you're safe here.
Yeah, as long as you're not a Steelers fan, you're good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let
no
me know.
Steelers fans.
He's on the Jets, and he's the closest thing I'm ever going to be to a Steelers fan.
Oh,
So
he's looking. Come look at. Make that face. Come make the face.
let me see you, Isaac.
Hey, come in. This is your face.
Isaac.
Make that face.
Isaac.
We're talking about Steelers.
Isaac,
This way.
you're going to hurt yourself.
I know. Don't hurt yourself with that.
Go on.
Oh my God! But he's ready for football season.
I just want to acknowledge the fact that you guys did an amazing job with Aunt Tracy in your video.
What do you say, guys?
Thank you.
They were so much fun. Did you see Crash? Did you see Isaac go?
Oh, I saw him. I saw him.
He didn't even miss a beat. He
I
got
didn't-
right back up and he was like, I'm ready to keep shooting the video.
I loved it. I loved it.
Not one peep out of him. Didn't cry. Didn't complain. Got back up. Got his ukulele and was like, I'm ready to roll.
Yeah,
You know what was great? Because he is a young person, that ukulele looked like a full-size guitar.
I know, right?
I was like, that's so funny.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was a guitar.
It
Well,
was a
it
mini
wasn't.
guitar.
Is a mini guitar, which is a ukulele. Same,
It
different.
was a mini his guitar.
Oh, a mini.
Yeah, it was a kid's guitar.
Oh, it was a kid's guitar. My mistake.
Oh, okay. Well then,
Kid's guitar, not a ukulele. Miss.
Aunt Tracy,
I know. How dare I?
how dare you?
So, how's your week been going? We haven't had the Girls Gone Green catch up. How are you? How's life?
Life is great. It's amazing. I mean, it's busy. And it's just like, it's work. It's life. It's work. So doing the story time. Hey, let me ask you, Maggie, unless you're going to say that you think it's weird. Do you think it's weird that I read, or do you like when I read? Or does Aunt Tracy keep you away from it?
No, she's seen it. We saw.
I'm just teasing you.
She was dressed up as, in the pajamas.
I didn't hear what she was reading because you showed me the.
Yeah. But do you like the fact that she's reading to kids? What do you think
Yes.
about that?
I like it. I like to read a lot.
Yeah.
What's your favorite book?
I'm reading a series called Keepers of the Lost Cities, and I really like that.
Yeah.
Is that a chapter book?
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh,
They're
she's all
really
over. She's
good.
already read every Harry Potter book. She's on fire.
I read the last one when in 2nd grade.
Yeah.
So basically, you're saying that you're way too old to think Elizabeth.
You like Pinkalicious.
Oh yeah, I did.
What did you love most about Pinkalicious?
I like that it was a lot of pink.
She likes a lot of pink.
Mhm.
Can you hear her all right?
She's got a soft voice. This is a good sound check. But yeah, I mean,
Be louder, much louder, okay? She'll be much louder when she's Andy. She's ready for it.
Oh, yeah, maybe you should introduce what it is that we're doing tonight.
Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, because Miss Maggie is here and she's an actress and she loves to read, and one of her favorite musicals is
Annie.
Annie. So we are doing a radio play from 1936.
Oh, I remember that year.
1936. We were a twinkle, not even in anyone's eye. We weren't a twinkle. We weren't anything.
My
right?
mother wasn't even born yet. So
Yeah, 19. That'll tell you. Ovaltine. She said, "What's in the Ovaltine?" Because it's sponsored by Ovaltine.
Oh,
Ovaltine. You're going to find out from our announcer, but Ovaltine was a chocolate drink, kind of like YooHoo.
Right.
but it's all vitamin packed.
The
Yes.
little scenes that I did on camp, they sometimes had that.
Okay, you have to be louder when you're talking because
They sometimes had the Ovaltine and little scenes we did in camp.
Oh, good. So then you're gonna be you're gonna know exactly what you're doing. Okay, so Maggie, this is an old time radio show. So when you are not on screen, it's your responsibility to help with sound effects. So in the script, if you see someone walking, if you see someone knock at the door, if you hear storms coming, you've got to help make the sound effects. All right,
Okay.
Donna,
Yes.
you will be playing whom? Whom will you be playing tonight?
Oh, that's really good to ask because
I'll
I
tell you
forgot.
if you don't know. You are playing the announcer, who is Pierre Andre. You will be playing Mr. Caslan, and you will be playing
No.
Joe Corntassel. I like the last name.
Corn tassel?
Joe Corntassel.
Oh, I love that.
That's how
Wait,
your
so-
brother Pete would know out in Texas. Joe.
I know, exactly. Wait, I'm writing this down because just so you know, as Tracy does, which I love, this is how I stretch my comedic muscle and my reading, because then you could see that I went to Bloomfield High School and the grades that I got me out. So I'm playing the announcer, Joe Corntassel.
Joe Corntassel. You have to say it like that. Let me hear you say it.
Joe
Joe Corntassel.
That's good. Yeah, go ahead. You say it.
And
Wow.
Caslone.
Go ahead. Say Joe Corntassel.
Joe Corntassel.
Isn't that a fun name?
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah.
I like that. Joe Corntassel. Okay.
Joe Corntassel. I love that, Maggie. That was very good.
Yeah, and Pierre Andre. I can't wait to hear Miss Donna's French accent. She's excellent at those.
Wait, I'm doing a French accent?
Yeah, the announcer is Pierre Andre.
Oh. Can I be French Canadian?
You can be French Canadian. That'll be even better. All right. Are you ready? Do you have everything you need?
Oh, I have everything I could possibly need to
Annie,
make.
are you ready? Do you have everything you need?
Yes.
Okay, wait. Let me fix your hair, Annie.
You're right.
There we go.
So
Oh, no, we can't see your beautiful face. Hold on.
Yeah,
There we
see?
go.
That's
Take a drink of water. We're going to start. Ladies and gentlemen,
I love that.
get ready to be blown away by the 1936 version of The Bridge is Destroyed by Little Orphan Annie. Here we go. Let's give a clap. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we're taking you back to 1936 to a little orphan, a little curly-haired, red-headed orphan. Dun, 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 dun. Who's that little chatterbox? You know, the one with auburn locks. Whom do you see? Oh, it's little orphan Annie. She and Sandy, they make a pair. They never seem to have a care. Cute little thing she is. She's orphan Annie. Give a smile, Annie. She's got bright cheeks and a rosy glow. A store of healthiness handy. She's mite size and always on the go. If you want to know, Arf says Sandy. Always wears a sunny smile. Wouldn't be worth the while. Who could it be? It's little orphan Annie. Dun, 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 dun.
Well, here we are, ready to start another big adventure with Orphan Annie in Simmons Corner. But first, let me ask you a question. You know, Ovaltine comes. Wait, when you're drinking your Ovaltine, maybe I shouldn't really wear an iPad. When you're wearing your Ovaltine, you always put in plenty of sugar. You know, Ovaltine comes unsweetened because in some cases, when people are sick, doctors don't want them to have sugar. And that's why Ovaltine does not have any added sugar in it. So remember, when you're drinking your Ovaltine, you can always make it taste as sweet as you want just by adding the sugar yourself. If you've ever tried Ovaltine for the first time and maybe didn't like it, it wasn't sweet enough. Ask your mother now to get you another can at your grocery or drugstore so you can try it. Come on. Then, when you're mixing your couple, be sure to add at least 1 teaspoonful of sugar before you drink it. Boy, this is the worst French accent ever. Just wait until you see how good Ovaltine is. Why, it tastes even better than a chocolate soda. And if you guys believe that, then you're going to really believe my Jersey accent, which is where we're going with this. What's more, your mother will be glad to let you have all the Ovaltine you want because it's so good for you. Every single couple gives you important food elements to help build up strength and energy and pep for you. Another thing, tell your mother she saves money by insisting on getting real Ovaltine and not some over-sweetened product with a lot of sugar already in it. Because ordinary sugar is so cheap, you could just as well add your own and get more value for your money. So tell your mother to be sure to get genuine Ovaltine and not to take anything else in its place. And now, let's see what's happening to Annie. After Mr. Flint confessed to the payroll and bank robbery, he escaped with his cronies, White and Red Hogan. And right now, the Marshal and Mr. Silo and Mr. Caslon and Annie and Joe are searching for them in the fields surrounding Simmons Corners. It's still pouring rain, and the night's mighty dark. Just listen to that thunder.
Leaping lizards, it seems to be raining harder than ever.
Well, shucks, let it rain. We're as wet as now as we're ever going to be. Who minds getting a little wetter?
Nobody, Joe. No, sir. Not if we can put this here Flint behind bars where he belongs.
Well, you're right, Mr. Silo. As citizens, we're going to do our duty, even if we get half drowned.
Good for you. I knew I picked a couple of good deputies when I got you two.
Where are we heading, Marshal? And what's the plan?
I don't know if there is a plan, Caslin. Land's sakes, don't know if we actually need one. It's a cinch, Flint, and them others can't get out of the county. Not the way Sheriff and the state police have got the roads blocked by this time. I know, but Mr. Carlson means we ought to have some method of tramping around here when we're wet. May be gone till daylight unless we work on some sort of theory. What sort of theory? It's so dark out there. It doesn't seem sort of theory would hardly get us into any place. I mean, looks to me as if we just have to stumble around, come plumb into Flint.
In this dark and rain, Marshals, there's not much chance of that.
Doggone it, I know it. Here, Joe, there's a hollow and some bushes over there right along that fence. Turn that flashlight of yours right down there.
Huh. All right, is that the spot?
Yep.
There's nobody there, Marshal. Nobody at all.
I see there ain't. Though maybe Flint and his men might have taken shelter in a hollow just like that. I think we're wasting our time following around here in the wet. Y'all know what I'm talking about? In the wet. Well, don't be wasting your time, Mr. Silo, but it ain't my time I'm wasting, doggone it. I'm not forgetting the way Flint taunted me that day, the day we found Bill Corwin being kept prisoner in the old Carson house. He said I wasn't much of a police officer. I just want to show him that I am. And if I can get my hands on him, I guess that'd show him. And here it was him all the time, keeping Bill prisoner. You'll believe it?
I don't blame you at all, Marshal, for feeling the way you do. If I were in your shoes, I'd want to get my hands on Flint first too. But I still think we're not doing much to get him by stumbling around here in these fields in the dark.
I agree with Mr. Caslin. I think we ought to have a plan for our search here, a real plan. Well, you just name me the plan and I'll jump at it. I'm as much at sea as you folks are right now. Man, say, these fields are beginning to look like sea with all this rain. So, what's the plan?
Well, I don't know exactly. How about you, Mr. Silo?
Well, I don't know if I had any exact plan in mind, but it was you, Elmer, who thought of coming across these fields instead of going into town. Sure it was, and it was a good idea. Of course, it's a cinch Flint and those others would have gone to Simmons Corners where they would have been reported. They must have cut across the fields since they didn't have any time to get into those automobiles. Yep, that makes sense, Elmer. But it don't make sense us stumbling around here looking at the hollows with just Joe's flashlight.
Right. Because it's easy to guess Flint wouldn't take a chance on hiding in Annie Hollow.
All right, then. Suppose you tell me where he is.
Well, I don't think I can.
Listen, Marshall, I've got an idea.
You have, Annie? You have, Annie? Yeah, what is it?
Well, look, that place around here, does Mr. Flint know any better than any other place?
Place? No better?
Yeah, needing a hideout for a short while he has time to get away. Where would he be most likely to head for?
You know what? I don't know. I hadn't thought of that.
Well, I can tell you. There's one place he'd make quick for as soon as he could, because he knows it better than anyone else, and that's the place where he kept Bill Corwin prisoner, the old Carson house.
I swear, Annie, I bet you put your finger right on it.
Makes sense anyhow.
You bet it does. That's just where he'd go until he had time to plan his getaway.
Shucks, Annie. I bet he and those others are there right now.
Well, it's something to work on anyhow. I'm actually glad I brought you kids with us.
Shucks. We want to be a help, Marshall.
Yeah, let's see now. Which way is that old Carson house from here? Strikes me as it's straight ahead.
No, it's to the left, Marshall, over that fence there. We've been going even the river. We gotta turn and go toward it.
Annie's right, Marshall.
Land sakes, these children know these fields out here better than we do.
Shucks, I guess we do. I just realized I was a kid because Annie and I have played them for a long time.
All right. Let's see here. Let's get over the fence. Hold that light steady, Joe.
Oh, I will.
Land sakes, I guess I'm not as young as I used to be when it comes to climbing.
Oh.
We'll make it all right. We'll make it all right. There we go. Can you kids get across?
You bet. We can almost jump it. Come on, Annie.
Okay.
Now then, we made it over the fence, but which way do we go?
Straight ahead, right away from the fence. That'll take us to the riverbank and the Carson house. Is that right, Joe?
That's right, Annie. Just a little to the left, though.
Yeah, that's it, Joe. A little to the left.
Well, come on then.
Oh, we can stop raining for a while. It's it's running right down my eyes.
Well, you got to stand in it, Caslin.
Well, I'm all right.
Listen, everybody. Listen, I need you to really listen. We must be getting closer to the river. I can hear it.
We are close. It's just head there.
Land sakes, I haven't heard the river run like that since I was a boy. Just listen to it.
Oh, no wonder with all this rain.
And on top of it, the cloud bursts. The sheriff said to head for the shallows.
Ooh.
Yep. He said the foam in the river was getting to flood stage. Said it was up to 8 feet and rising every minute. Then there'll be a flood from the sound of it. It's tearing the banks apart.
I remember the last flood we had here back in 1919. It was nothing to stand up against. Nothing that wasn't solid and anchored down into a bedrock.
Yeah, but that ain't getting us nowhere towards catching Flint. I got my duty to do, Annie.
Yeah, Marshall.
That old Carson house. Where is it from here?
It's just ahead there, behind those trees. You can't see it very well because it's so dark.
I see it. Yep, that's the Carson house. Marshall, I do. I see it. Well, let's get it. We've wasted enough time. We want to see this fella Flint gets the justice he deserves.
Oh, we don't do, Elmer. Let's go. Shucks, this place looks awful quiet.
It would be, Joe. Jumping grasshoppers, Mr. Flint wouldn't dare show a light tonight.
No, but we would. Let's see a gleam from that flashlight of yours, Joe. Show it right on those steps.
How's that?
Fine. Come on, folks. We're going in. And if Flint's around, we're going to bag him. We're with you, Marshall. We're so with you. Show that light inside there, Joe.
Ooh, there she is.
I don't see nothing. Let's get in there further.
Oh, right.
I still don't see anything. Well, they wouldn't be staying out here right in plain sight in the hall. What's this door here?
Oh, it goes into a room, Marshall. Into that room where the old moving fireplace is.
Oh, it does it? Well, let's just have a look.
Wait a minute, Marshall. Wait.
Wait, for what?
I thought I heard a noise in there. Listen. Suffering sawfish. Did you hear that?
I sure did.
What is it, Annie?
It was the fireplace moving in there. The sliding fireplace that leads down to the tunnel under the house.
Get out of the way till I get that door open. They've gone.
Yes.
They've gone down the stairs behind the fireplace, all right.
Well, let's go down after them.
We can't. We know how to open the fireplace from the other side, but we need to find out how to move it from this one.
You mean we're going to let them get away?
No. Leaping lizards, I've got an idea.
What, Annie?
If they've gone down by the fireplace, they're intending to get away from the tunnel to the riverbank. Maybe if we go straight down to the bank, we can head them off.
That sounds like business to me. Come on, guys. Keep that light showing, Joe.
Oh, I will.
Say, it stopped raining anyhow.
Be careful on the steps. They're kind of mean.
Here we are. This way, Marshall. Right down to the river. I'm coming.
Boy, oh boy, listen to that river. Sure ripping out the banks all right.
Don't know if I ever heard it run like that.
Say, there is the moon coming out from behind those clouds up there.
Good. With the moon, we'll finally be able to see something. You said it, Marshall. I see something right there. Right out on that bank.
It's three men. They beat us out of the tunnel.
It's Flint, all right. Yeah, and there's Red Hogan.
Stop, Flint. Right where you are. Stop in the name of the law.
Shucks, they ain't stopping.
They're running faster than ever.
Come on, men. After them.
We're with you, Marshall.
You bet. I'm going to get justice done if I have to chase them from here to the edge of the county. Stop, thief. Stop in the name of the law.
They're heading toward the bridge.
I don't care where they're heading. I'm going to get them.
With the moon, we could see him anyhow.
Yeah, it's getting brighter.
Stop, thief. I'll tell you to stop right where you are.
They're on the edge of the bridge.
They're headed for the other side of the river. And we're heading right after them. Come on. If they can cross the bridge, we can too.
Wait, Marshall, wait.
Let go of my arm, Annie. We got to get those felons.
Don't, Marshall. Wait, Mr. Silo. Don't go out on that bridge.
What's the matter, Annie? Marshals, we're Flint's crossing that bridge. I guess we can too.
No, please, stand still.
Right
We've
now?
got to.
Why, Annie? Why?
Look at the bridge. Look at it there from the moonlight. Look at the center of it, just ahead of those Flint and those men.
Great Jehoshaphat. It looks like the cement is crumbling.
It is. It's falling all apart.
Great snakes. That bridge is going to fall.
The water's washing it, rotting in the cement. Oh, gosh.
Flint, come back. That bridge, she's a crumbling. They won't stop. They think they're getting away.
Look at that center pier right underneath them.
Oh, it's crumbling to bits. There it goes. The whole dang bridge. Gone. The whole bridge is gone. And with it, the builders, Flint, Hogan, and Wright. I guess you don't have to do any arresting now, Marshall.
Mr. Silo's right. There's justice in the world. And as Mr. Flint sowed, so did he reap. And now there will be no more robberies or cheating in Simmons Corner. But say, don't think there isn't going to be plenty of fun and adventure for Annie. There is, because right at this minute, although Annie doesn't know it, there's a telegram come over the wire to the Silo farm. It's a mighty mysterious telegram, too, and it's going to start Annie on the greatest adventures she's ever had. Don't miss being here when it comes. And say, you don't want to miss drinking your Ovaltine regularly either. Ask your mother to fix a big, delicious cupful for you to have with your dinner right away. Remember, boys and girls, who are drinking their Ovaltine every day are the very ones who keep to Annie's adventures going on the radio. And besides doing a big favor for Annie that she'll appreciate more than ever in her big new adventure just ahead, remember, you'll be doing yourself a big favor too by drinking your Ovaltine every day. Because every single cupful brings you important nourishing food elements to help make you husky and healthy and strong and keep you bubbling over with the good old Orphan Annie pep. And so if you run out of Ovaltine at your house, be sure and ask your mother to get you another can when she goes to the drug or grocery store today or tomorrow. And be sure to be here on the next time because we're going to start off on a brand new series of adventure with Annie. And you'll want to be in on all of the fun that's coming. Until next Monday, then, goodbye.
Hey, you did it. How was it? How did it feel?
Oh, it felt really good.
It's really fun, right?
Wow, you were amazing.
You were really
you.
good. Wow, she did that like it was nothing.
You were like a professional.
I know. You should be a professional. You know that, right?
Mm.
She's like, Now,
You know what you want to do? Do you want to go to be an actress?
Yeah, I do.
that's awesome. She said she wants to go to Yale Drama so
Ooh.
that she can get a good head start and then go from there.
Wow,
Yeah, right?
that's amazing. Do you know anything about Little Orphan Annie that you want to share with us?
I watched a lot of the movies that they made about her.
Which
Oh, really?
I can't really decide. I like them all.
you like them all?
Mhm.
All right.
Ooh, look at Sherry Freed is sending you some applause. I'm going to put it up so you can see it.
They're giving you applause, Maggie. You
Way
did
to go, Maggie.
Ah, woohoo! So wait, we have to ask you a couple questions. So your favorite Eagles player right now at this moment is who? Who do you like? You like Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz, you say. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen. Carson.
Yeah, Carson Wentz.
How are you feeling about football season? Are you excited for football?
Yeah, but I don't know if they'll do it.
I know. What's the deal? So what have you
Yeah.
heard about your Jets? Because as you know, our head coach, Doug Peterson, he had COVID.
Right. But is he fine now?
He's okay. He's back on the field. They had him on the sidelines. He's wearing a mask. All the coaches are wearing masks, which is great. But I didn't notice it. I don't think the players are wearing masks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm laughing because I just turned around and Maggie was telling this.
Are you sad about the players? Why'd you put your head down?
Tired.
I want them to wear masks.
You wanted to wear masks. She's upset because they were not wearing masks.
Yeah.
You see, we were out today hiking. I took them hiking today, and we did 6 miles. So that's why 6 miles one day. So I really made them. We got a little bit lost, so it was good. But there were a lot of people.
Cindy, Bobby,
Yeah, exactly.
Isaac, Maggie.
Oh my God! Don't lose the kids. You're in
Don't
charge of
lose
the
the
kids.
kids.
Do not lose the kids. But we did notice that there were a lot of people not wearing masks still, even out on like when you're out walking in Jersey. Are a lot of people wearing masks, or what are they like?
No.
No, they're not.
What was that?
That was just water.
Oh no, I thought I saw lights going. I'm like, is there thunder and lightning there for real?
Oh yeah.
I mean, you know what? I haven't been out to go walking. I totally wish I could. Is it really thunder and lightning?
No, it's Chris and Isaac making sound effects for us.
I like it. Okay, very nice, Chris.
Yeah, you're like, I love it.
But what I notice is a lot of people walking by the salon aren't wearing them.
That's bananas. How's work going, by the way? Because we never get to say everything's good.
Yeah. So they just announced that September 15th they're going to allow indoor dining.
No way, they are allowing that.
And September 1st they're opening gyms. They just made the announcement today.
Wow. How do you feel about that?
I'm not joining back to the gym. I'll tell you that. Nobody's pressuring me. I mean, I'm in the works right now with a local place in Bloomfield to do an outdoor comedy show,
Which is awesome.
which is amazing. Because I would love to get back into producing shows locally.
Right.
And but I don't know how I feel about inside. I think I'd have to say no.
Are we bored? You can go take a nap.
No.
Just say bye to everybody.
I want to know you.
She wants to stay here.
Okay, she wants to be with the gals. She wants to
I
hang
love
out
it.
with the gals. What is
She wants to hang out with chicks. So Frank Simon says, if you're walking alone and there's no one around, you don't need a mask. But if you approach someone, you should have a mask handy.
Yeah.
And that's really what it is. It's like
Common courtesy. That's it. Common courtesy. You know what I mean? That's the deal. That's what's going on. So anyway, back to your Jets. So you said camp started.
yeah, I saw some stuff this morning, but I mean, honestly, it's just been crazy. I need to like focus and look and stuff. I don't watch TV.
Right.
I'm gonna have to like look at some highlights. I'd prefer to do that than to just like sit through the news just to see it.
Yes.
I'll look it up later and I'll be better prepared for when we're not doing a good radio show, which I love.
I have some questions for you. Did you watch any of the conventions, whether the Republican convention or the Democratic convention?
No.
None of them. It was. I have to say it was so interesting. I watched them both. So interesting with no audience. It's so weird, as you know, as a performer, just no energy in the room, and it's not their fault. I mean, they're doing the right thing. They can't have people. But it's so funny to see them doing their big speeches that they prepared, and they're like, can you imagine? Like, as far as you're the vice presidential candidate, the first woman. Well, not the first female presidential candidate, but the first woman of color, and it's like the biggest night of your life, and it's like, ladies and gentlemen, and they just announce her to crickets. It's crazy, I
mean, hopefully she's maybe done an open mic or something, because that's pretty much exactly preparing you for that. I don't know. I think that I'm sure that that's the least of her worries in a room full of crickets. If she does make it into the presidency or whatever. No, I don't. I'm not watching that. Actually, I watched Sleepless in Seattle, and I was really fine with that. So,
oh yeah, and you're a big Yellowstone fan.
Loved Yellowstone. I saw the
finale. About this. Have you seen Yellowstone?
She should not be seeing Yellowstone.
Okay, she's not seeing Yellowstone. No, but here's the deal. I have a question about that, because you were saying how great it was. So Chris and I looked it up, and it's like you have to pay on top of the service that you're already paying for.
So it's a station called Paramount, which is what I guess they're doing. Instead of you buying into a station, you pay per episodes. But when you're watching them current, it's free. So this current season, if you watch it was free.
What do you mean? So how would you do that? How would you get that?
On the Paramount channel.
Okay, but it's a season. It's like a latter season. You'd have to.
If you are looking to get another season, yeah, you do. I don't know why they do it that way, but they do, and I'm not saying that I love that, but I DVR it, and they play repeats a lot. So if you're interested in it, and if you have access to a DVR, I don't know what kind of cable service you have. I'm not even being a wise guy. I'm just saying, like, if you do, what I would do is I would set your DVR to record it.
Right.
Try to record the old episodes, because I think it's really worth watching. It's awesome.
What's your favorite show?
I watch a show on Netflix called Project MC Squared.
Project MC Square. Oh wait, tell everybody about the show that you turned me on to, the one that with the little girl. You got to tell Donna. It's nice and loud.
What?
She'll love this show. The one with the detective.
It's a show. It's an Apple TV show called Home Before Dark.
Tell
Really
Donna what it is.
It's about a real girl, I think, and it's about how she solved a murder crime in her town when she was 9 years old.
It is so cool. What's it called again? Home Before Dark?
Yeah.
Okay, so they were telling me about it. Maggie and Isaac were like, you've got to watch Home Before Dark. It's a little bit scary. It's a true story of a young girl. She's 9. And her father is a New York City reporter.
And he let her go with her to crime scenes and homicides and.
So true story, he would take her with him when he would go to the homicides and do all the reporting. And so she would watch what he was doing, and she would kind of sneak under the police tape and see everything and do a little notebook of her own. And it's pretty amazing because they show her actual notebook and stuff. And she's got pictures and notes and things that she picked up viewing the scenes, and they would compare notes. And this is her story of how she actually solved a crime.
Wow. Home Before Dark.
The person's real.
What?
The crime that she solved is
The crime that they solve on the show is not the exact crime that she
No, but it's called Home Before Dark.
Home Before Dark.
It's
And
I'm writing it down.
yeah, it's actually worth it. I watched how many episodes did we watch? 4 or 5?
Yeah, but it's only on Apple TV.
It's only on Apple
yeah,
TV.
you can't get it on anywhere else.
Okay, only on Apple
I
TV.
think I have Apple TV. I do. I think I have it.
It's totally worth it. It's so good. I love. What else are you watching besides Yellowstone?
Honestly, I watch Love on the Spectrum. Have you heard of that?
I've heard of it. How is it?
It is fascinating. So it is a series. It's 5 episodes, and it is about adult children that are on the spectrum. And did you unplug a speaker or headphones or something?
No, we didn't do anything.
Okay, it's just clicking all of a sudden.
Okay.
And it's interesting because it's they follow their lives as adults and show how with a coach they're teaching them how to interact and go on dates. And I have to tell you, it's very moving from the perspective of we are all very familiar. Let's just say we all know somebody maybe with a child that's on the spectrum.
Right.
To really experience, it's a documentary style. Somebody who is grown up and what it's like in adulthood
Yeah.
is pretty amazing, actually.
That is so cool. And it's called Love on the Spectrum.
Yeah.
Have you seen the one about the Indian dating where they're it's the Indian culture and they show what it's like for the arranged marriage?
Matchmaking stuff?
Yes.
No. I haven't. I saw that advertised. I didn't see it. I didn't watch it. I was really fascinated by the other one. And other than that, recently, I just went to go see Jim Brewer live. And
Oh my gosh. I'm so glad you brought that up. Can we talk about that? So
Yeah.
Jim Brewer Live sounds amazing, but I don't know, Maggie, what do you think? So now they're doing comedy because of COVID. You can't be close to you. So I can't be close because when we talk into the microphone, we spit a lot, and that's how you pass it around. So they've been doing it where Donna went to see him, and everyone was in their cars, and if they like your joke, they beeped. What do you think about that?
I think that's actually pretty cool.
You do? You think that's pretty cool? All right. So
Yeah.
Donna, tell us the real experience of what it was like to be a Jim Brewer.
Well, I mean, a couple things. I mean, I feel, first of all, it was the first one that he did. I know he's going down to Soul Joel's, and he has a different setup down there. This was in the parking lot of Garden State Plaza because in Bergen County on Sundays, they have the blue laws, so they are not open. So they're able to set out, and they are partnered with, because he does the residency at the Bergen Pack. And your hair looks great like that too, Mags. I just want to say it's beautiful.
Okay, can you say bye to everybody?
Bye.
Can we just give one more round of applause for Maggie?
You did an awesome job.
Maggie, how old are you?
Maggie, how old are you?
11.
She just turned 11.
I know. She just had a birthday, so happy birthday, Maggie.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, go lay down. She's been so tired. Like I said, I wore them out on that
You're
hike.
smart. You're smart, Aunt Tracy.
Yes, I know. I was like,
You took me on a 6-mile hike.
I'm literally going straight up to her bedroom and she's going to lay down for a little bit. Holy, what a good kid. Anyway, go back to Jim Brewer. So,
So, I mean, So have you done any outside comedy yet?
I haven't done any comedy since March, and it's freaking me out. But I did do comedy. What am I saying? I've done Zoom shows, but I've not done any live comedy since March 12th. So
Okay.
it's a really long time.
So to me, I actually commented that doing these outdoor shows, and especially in the kind that you're doing it where you're performing to people in cars, is literally like the outdoors version of Zoom. And it's like, well, no, I mean, think of it. You're on a stage, you're by yourself. You're the only one facing that way, and everybody else is facing this way. So it's like a computer screen. And I just lost you. And that's exactly what happens in the middle of Zoom comedy. And it's now I can't hear you.
I'm back.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So I was gonna say, and there you go again. But that's what I'm saying. That is, are you trying to plug your phone in? Something's happening. But this is to my point. Exactly what it's like to be in a Zoom comedy show. Because all of a sudden it's like the light goes out and or the guy videotaping passes out, or if I were watching this and having a mild ocular issue or stroke, I think that's what it would be like. Tracy is now gone, and I could put on a hat or something. But so until she gets back, I'll just hold down the fort. My experience was I give him so much, like kudos to anybody that's performing outdoors, kudos to anybody that's performing to cars, because I think that is one of the most nerve-wracking thing. As a matter of fact, his opener, who is very funny, and I've seen him open for Jim Brewer numerous times at the Bergen Pack, just funny guy. And I will say, yes, he was, Shari, he was in the mall parking lot. I have pictures that I could try to find. But the wild thing is that, and she's back.
Oh, I'm back.
I said, well, we try to plug your phone in. Is that what it was?
What's that?
We try to plug your phone in?
No. So Maggie and Isaac's parents were calling to say goodnight to them.
Oh.
I kept doing that. So guys, can you go in the other room? Yeah, good. There they go. And there they go. Go upstairs. Bye-bye. Hold on a second. Take them upstairs. Thank you. All right. Go ahead. So anyway, finish the Jim Brewer because I'm dying to hear about it.
No, I was just saying the interesting thing is that when you're on, a Zoom call, right? And if, I'm sure so many people have experienced being on a Zoom call. Take the comedy part out of it. And there's things that go on all the time that distract you. Like some kids walking across the background, who doesn't have clothes on, who's, who can't get you're like doing the thing and you're like, right? It goes mute and people are like,
yes.
Well, I mean, luckily they had good audio, but so the premise is that, you have it where you have a radio station. They tell you what radio station to put your car on. I don't know why it's clicking. It's so distracting to me.
Okay.
I don't know why it's doing that. But his opener is very funny, right? I've seen him open for him many times. And when you're walking out onto a stage in any circumstance and it's quiet, it is like unnerving. You could come apart, right? But when you're walking out and you've never ever performed in a parking lot before and you're like walk out, it's got to be surreal. I can't even imagine.
Yes.
And the truth is like,
hold on. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Okay.
What's happening?
The dog keeps slamming things. It's just crazy. Anyway, I just want to be able to hear what you're saying.
No, but this is exactly what it's like performing in a parking lot.
Right.
Because this is exactly what it is. Like I would just have to keep going over what you're doing and just hope for the best. And that's what they were doing. Because there were people, because it was by the carload. So it's like you were allowed to have 5 people in your car. We were in VIP and we were far back. Now, fine. I love Jim Brewer. I want to support. To me, it was the experience, and to take my daughters to say that, 20 years from now, it's like 2020 or 2040. And I'm like, remember back in 2020? And we got to leave quarantine, go sit in the parking lot, watch Jim Brewer. You know what I mean? Like, to me, I wanted to do it for the historical part of it. And I just want to support him because I love him. But it was weird because back here there was like a big old honking truck and a bunch of kids were like leaning out the window. Where's the popcorn? Where's the cookies? And I wanted to be like, shut the up. Like, I paid a lot of money for these seats. And we had the top down on the bug and you could hear, but if you had the radio on, it wasn't in sync because there was a little bit of a delay. So if you either had to really listen or you had to close down your car and just have the sound on the radio. But when I looked behind me and to the left and the right of me, there were people that definitely had no choice but to have the radio on.
And that's really hard. That's real. So as a person who as a performer, as well as being an audience member, meaning you've been in a million comedy shows, how did it feel? Like, did it feel like anyone was connected? And it has nothing to do with Jim Breuer's. I'm saying as a performer, as the energy went, like I don't even understand how you could get any kind of energy.
So one of the things I will say is, I know from talking to other comics that have performed in the cars, the shows, you're supposed to honk your horn. No one came out and said, if you like what you hear, honk your horn. Like, so really it was, I literally, so people had to have their cars running to hear it, Shari said. So that's an interesting
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, so you had to make sure you had like a full tank of gas because you're sitting there for an hour in the parking lot with your car running.
So he did an hour?
We did about an hour. It was an hour for him and about 20 minutes for the opener.
Wow.
And it was hot.
I give him so much credit, like a trooper, because he's got to be just like blasting through his material with, I don't even understand how you could do timing wise. Like, you just pause. I guess, he's such a pro that he'll figure it out, but.
Yeah. So if you wanted to hear it on your radio, you would have your car running. If you didn't, you didn't have to have your car running. For me, like for myself, we are in the car because we're short. Like, you can go outside, you could sit in a lawn chair, but honestly, you're going to be low to the ground. And you were designated into spots. So you only had that little space around your car.
Okay.
And a couple people, truly, I'm not trying to be a wah. I should have been able to take a seat where these people were, but because we stayed in our car, people from a different car came over and sat in that area.
Oh, see, that's not cool because the whole point of having a designated area is COVID. I mean, hello.
No, but I'm saying, like, we sat in our car because it was air conditioned and I had my top down. Right. Had I opened my car door and got out, it was my space. But the people next to me, they couldn't see if they sat in front of their car. So they saw that we weren't. Obviously, if I was there, they wouldn't have done it. I'm saying to you, you made do with what was going on.
Right.
But I was not getting out of my car because for me, it was easier to sit in the car to see through the window. It was fine, but it was like.
Did Jim talk about it? Did Jim say?
Yeah, he definitely addressed the elephant in the parking lot. Right. He was just like, "Yeah, this is definitely strange. Can you believe this? Where we're at?" Like, it was, and the thing was, he got to connect with the people that were right in front of the stage. So that was cool because there was some banter. He did a little bit of crowd work, with a few people. Yeah.
Wow. I give him major kudos for doing crowd work.
Yeah.
Now, did the crowd work because nobody could see anybody, right?
He had 2 screens on the sides of the stage. They were large enough screens where I was to be able to see his face. But if you were far back, you were just going on your audible.
Could you hear anyone laughing?
Oh yeah. It wasn't like it because of everybody being so distant. That was tough, There were little pockets of people because if you were with your group, you could have up to 5 people in the car.
Okay.
So that's how they did it price-wise.
You could hear groups. Now I have a question. So this is a little off topic. This isn't Jim Breuer. Did you see the article that Jerry Seinfeld wrote?
I saw it. I was tagged in it and I need to read it. Again, I've just been crazy. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Yeah. So he wrote an article and it was specifically towards someone that wrote an article, and he mentioned their name, but it is a club owner in the city who made a ton of money off of New York City. And then during this COVID moved himself down to Florida and wrote a scathing letter about leaving New York City and that New York City is going to fold and that anything that was interesting in New York City, I'm paraphrasing, of course,
Right.
but anything that's happening in New York City is dead. It's going to be impossible for it to come back. Blah, 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 blah. He's basically abandoning ship and then trashing the city that built his empire, which is, to me, was so
Cold.
cold and weird. And why? What would be the point of that? Like, I was like, what is your point? So you moved to Florida. So what is your point?
Well, listen, I don't know about you, but on a personal note or level, I've seen so many people and their personalities really change dramatically. And I don't think there's a lot of answers for a lot of people's behavior. I mean,
But how could you, like, here's my question. And Jerry wrote this, and he wrote it and he actually was pretty succinct, and it was.
I saw it on Danny Cohen's page, and he was like, I can't believe this.
Well,
Club
first of all,
owner.
how could you doubt New York City? New York City's been through 9/11. New York City's been through recession after recession, bombings, riots, you name it. This city has been through it, and it's like, you really think this is going to crumble New York City? Are you kidding? And the weird part is, if this was written by somebody that lived in Kansas or lived in California,
Right.
oh yeah, they have no idea what they're talking about. But this is someone that was a club owner in New York City forever, writing this article, and I was just like, wow, this is such a betrayal to all the people that live in New York City, the character of New York City. I mean, you are one, even though you're in Jersey, you're so close. You're a New Yorker, you're a New Jersey Yorker. It's like the same attitude. They're not going to be held down by anything. They're going to be resilient. They're going to come back twice as hard, twice as fast, twice as good. And it was just so bizarre. I was like, I get what he's saying about the article, like why he's leaving, but I don't know if you've seen it on a lot of these sites, because we're all on social media so much. People are on sites and they have political things to say and other things to say. And then when they get mad, they make the announcement that they're leaving. And people, this is the best line ever. People go, this is not an airport. You do not have to announce your departure. Just go.
Just
Like,
go.
you don't have to make a big deal about your going. Just go. And that's how I feel about this guy. If you don't believe in New York City anymore, that's your problem. Just go. But why write like a weird, I don't know. It's just like, this is so, I don't get it.
I mean, I'll say this. I'm not agreeing with it. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't read it yet. Going off of what you just described, it's ego. And it's because he wants people to know that he didn't leave New York because New York kicked him out. He didn't leave New York because he couldn't survive. It was his choice. And the thing is he wanted people to hear it. And it's a very ungrateful thing to do to a place that built you up. But I think, again, if you can read between the lines, I think a lot of people's behavior, for a lot of reasons, are mimicking that. They just haven't written the letter. And I agree with you. Well, they haven't written the letter. They haven't announced it. But there's a definite vibe from doing it the other way too, leaving and not making any. He should have been a gentleman about it. I don't even know who it is, but here's something I want to say.
He's a major club owner in New York.
I know, and I just can't remember the club. I remember.
I can tell you the club, but it's Stand Up New York. And you just want to go, what? Like, why would you do that? To your point, if the city treated you poorly and kicked you out and like knocked you around, hey, New York is a tough place. Like the song says, if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. It's a tough place. But for the city to give you as much as it gave, and then you just turn around and like flee. And now here's the interesting part. If you read any of the comments, it is an interesting thing, because people are like, yes, people that are living in New York City said, it's very easy to say, yeah, you got to stick with New York and just stick when you have a $32 million mansion on Long Island that you can flee to and be outside. And one person actually wrote, a New Yorker who's been a New Yorker for 20 years said, yeah, that's easy to say when you have a $32 million mansion that you can flee to. When we walk out of the street, there's people pooping on the street and trash everywhere, and it's boarded up, and that's de Blasio. That's the mayor. That's the mayor's got to be able to handle that.
Disgusting. So
yeah,
I have somebody who I spoke to that is looking to relocate their salon, right?
Are they in the city?
And they are in the city, and they said they live up by Central Park in a beautiful loft. They go outside, and the streets are filthy and disgusting and dirty. You can't go out at night because nothing's open, and if you live there, you feel unsafe. That I just had this conversation yesterday. And the other thing that was mentioned is that they worked in, which I will not mention names, in a very upper class salon.
Right.
You know, haircuts are $100 without even batting an eyelash.
Right.
They would be booked all day long, and they are closing because they are lucky if they had 2 people a day.
If they have 2 people a day.
A lot of hairdressers are leaving New York. The real estate right now, Tracy, and I know that you're, you know, where you are right now, you're in Maryland. If you are up here right now, the vibe is so different. People are escaping New York faster than if you thought that the Statue of Liberty had just gotten her gun license. It was going to just shoot openly. Because I'm not even kidding you.
So you can feel that.
I can feel it. Like around here, real estate, nothing is on the market for more than a day or 2, and nothing goes at its asking price. If you had a second home right now in, let's say, Verona, where you used to live, and you owned it, right now, you could sell. My mother could probably sell her home for a huge profit because she's on a bus line.
Wow, that's very interesting.
People are leaving New York right now. Schools. I spoke to a client today whose child attends a private, like they have charter schools, and yeah, Shari Free just said I had a neighbor who sold her condo in a day. And Shari, you're nowhere near the New York line. Am I right? Like you're not getting to New York that quickly from where Shari is.
I never thought about that. You could make mint on it. We could go to Hooray for Hollywood.
I mean, I love my house, and I don't feel like packing, so I'm not going anywhere. But in all honesty,
I love that you're like, I don't feel like packing. That would be the reason that you don't.
I don't care about the profit. I'm not packing a damn thing. I got too many books in this bedroom. Okay?
You're making so much money. If you make so much money on your profit, who cares? You can have Oompa Loompas come in and pack for you, and you.
No, I love it. I love where I live. I'm not going anywhere. But I'm being serious. Like that's one thing you are removed from right now.
Yes.
That people are selling their homes. There was a home in in Glenridge or Montclair, somebody told me the other day, on the market for $759,000. Guess how much it went for?
Like 1.2.
Yep. $1.2 million.
Damn a llama shit.
That's not even with your taxes. You haven't put a stick of furniture in that house, and no one's going to public school, and that's why people love Glenridge. Everybody's virtual right now.
Wow. I never thought about it. So those homes were expensive to begin with. Now it's epically expensive in North Jersey.
I have a friend that sold his house in Belleville.
In Belleville?
Prior to this happening. Exactly. And was going to move to like Bloomfield North, which is like Roseland or like, you know, somewhere up Bloomfield Avenue. They can't even touch a house now because they sold their house.
Oh, that's a heartbreak. That one is a heartbreak. Oh my God. So
even if I sold my house for a profit,
yeah, you couldn't go if you want to stay.
Where the hell am I why would I go anywhere? So you can't.
No, you don't go anywhere if you're going to stay in Jersey. I'm saying if you were ready to be like, all right, I'm going to Hollywood.
Hooray for Hollywood.
Hooray for Hollywood.
Yeah.
Get your contract. But hold on to your house. Even when you get your contract, hold on to your house.
Of course.
I know you have another show. So my last question is, so you can feel the vibe? Like, you haven't been in the city.
I'm not going. And I don't have to be on with Sean until 9:30, so I have a couple of minutes.
Okay.
I'm not rushing anybody out, and this is a very interesting conversation. But I will say this, that you feel the vibe. Carly wanted me. We have a tradition. Every year for the kids' birthdays, we'd go to cafeteria in the city. Right. 17th and 7th. Right. We would walk from there, and we'd go down to the village. Through the village, we'd go over to Bleecker. We'd get Magnolia's cupcakes if it was a nice day. We'd walk we'd walk back. I told her when she said, "Can we go to Magnolia's? I mean, can we go to
Cafeteria.
cafeteria for my birthday?" I was like, "No." She's like, "Why?" I'm like, "I am not going into New York City. First of all, they're stopping cars at the tunnels that have out of state plates
Okay.
to do like checks and make sure that people are doing the right thing, which I don't know how the hell you think I'm going to go. I'm so fearful of like, I always drive through the little tunnel waiting for tiles to pop out.
Me too. I have this recurring dream of like, okay, wait, can I tell you something that has nothing to do with anything? Hold that thought. Can you remember that thought?
Yeah, of course.
I had the craziest dream the other night that I've been dying to tell you. You, Mary, and I were in Vegas. And you know how Mary looks like,
Yes.
what's the actress? What is it?
You say it all the time.
Oh God. Jesus. Oh my God. I hate this. It's like a senior moment. She looks like Rod Stewart's wife. Anyway, in the dream, the three of us are walking and we're walking past the jewelry place in Vegas and it's Rod Stewart's jewelry place and he sees Mary and he's like, makes us come in and he's all dressed up and he takes us around and he thinks Hunter, what's her name?
Rachel Hunter.
Rachel Hunter. Is it Rachel Hunter?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he thinks that she's Rachel Hunter, and we're trying to tell him, like, no, it's not Rachel Hunter. He's like, I don't care. You look like her. And we're trying to talk Mary into being with Rod Stewart so that we can have like a crazy Vegas weekend. And so the whole dream is you and I trying to talk Mary into going with Rod Stewart so that we can like get in his limo and be taken around Vegas.
I love that.
So realistic and hilarious. And I was like, it's Rod Stewart. Just take it for the
team. Do it. Take it for the team.
Stewart. I mean, what a great story you're gonna have. And she's like, oh, but he's old. I'm like, who cares? It's Rod Stewart. So
I know.
The dream ended before I figured out if she hooked up with him or not. But we were giving it to the old college try, and I have to tell her when I see her. Hopefully she's watching. But
hopefully she's watching.
Rod Stewart still loves you, Mary. That's all I have to say to you.
And we love Rod Stewart.
Yeah, I love Rod Stewart.
I know.
Back to your story. So
no, that's real. I mean, we could end it on a high note. I'm just saying, I'm not going into the city. And she was, she was like, really? I'm like, yeah. And listen, I think that there definitely is that difference in the age, kind of a group thing about who fears what, like,
yeah.
She was ready to do it. I'm like, I am not going at all.
Right.
Frank Wesner, there's nothing wrong with Rod Stewart. We love Rod Stewart.
I love Rod Stewart. I would hook up with Rod Stewart right now, right this moment. Meaning, I don't care. He's 99. That's fine by me. He's still got that hair.
You go for it. You tell me how it was.
He's got a sexy voice. Really? If Rod Stewart hit on you, you would say no.
I have the same voice as Rod Stewart.
I can't sleep.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks. Yeah, exactly.
Hot legs. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good. I like that. You're gonna.
Oh, it's that rasp. It's that bedded in his ass.
I love it. All right, so we can catch you right now. Not right.
Yeah, 9:30. We're gonna be doing Couch Time Live with Sean and Donna B and Sean, and we're gonna catch up. We're gonna talk about comedy and what's going on with him. He's got podcasts coming out the ears.
That's awesome.
He's got so much going on, which I'm glad about.
That's
Every week we get on and we talk about things. And I will tell you, I remember when we started, it was pretty angry, mostly on my end. But, COVID is making people angry. I hear people all the time.
Yeah. No, I got it. But on a high note. Well, that's really good that you're doing that. And then talk about you're still doing every morning.
Every morning, 10 to 11.
Yeah.
Again, I was on your page. Do you mind that I'm on your page?
No, I don't care. You can stay on their page. Go for it. I don't mind.
I love it.
Well, I was showing the kids because they were like, what's going on with Donna? And I showed them what was going on. So tomorrow, if they're around, I'll have them be on.
Can I call their names out?
Yes, Maggie and Isaac. Shout out 10
all right.
tomorrow. We'll be on.
How do you even spell Isaac?
ISAAC.
Oh, yeah.
It's a double A. It throws you off. I know, it throws everybody off. But anyway.
Well, she's double G.
Yes. Double G. MAGGIE. But they will be watching tomorrow, so shout them out. Have a great show with Sean. Please tell him I said hello. I miss hanging out with everybody. I miss seeing you. But
you know what I'd love to do?
Go ahead.
I would love to do it, and we could do it on Girls Gone Green. Thank you, Mom. My mother is like my biggest fan. Storytime is the best. Thank you, Mom. Oh, look, Tracy's upset that you didn't give her props, so she left. No, somebody's calling you.
I avoided the call.
No, it's all right. I will just say this, but I would, you know, what would be great. And we're going to arrange. I'm going to see if I can get Sean on, maybe Christine Grill on. We'll do a little Girls Gone Green. We'll see what comics think about football picks. I'm working on getting our friend on. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Who am I talking about? Kevin Goatee.
Grifo, right?
No, Kevin Goatee from Comics Watching Comics.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
He's in Long Beach Island. I did reach out to him today to see if he could be on. He wants to come on, do football picks.
Yes.
So we're gonna do a little bit of a roundtable situation, and I'm gonna hook it up.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's totally do that.
Maybe we'll do that next week.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm
All
totally.
right.
All right.
Sounds good.
That sounds good. Well, I love you. We are
Girls Gone Green.
Coming to you live from quarantine. Okay. She was supposed to hit the high note and she went flat. Girls Gone Green. If you can hear me, we love you, everyone, because we're
Girls Gone
Green.
Green.
Love you guys. See you next Wednesday for round two.
Yeah.
Football.
Football. Yeah. Jets. Jets.
EAGLES. Eagles.
Bye.
Love you. Have fun.
Bye.